And as the world watches this crisis in Ukraine, military leaders are also keeping tabs on countries like China and North Korea.
Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp is reporting live from the U.S. Capitol. Rachel, congressional members have told you they're concerned about China's actions during this crisis. Does the Department of Defense share that same concern?
Mike and Eva, yes, the DoD shares that same concern. They add that they hope that any potential aggressors kind of take note about the international community working together to push back against Russia, hoping it'll deter any potential aggressive behavior.
The entire world is a challenge with Russia's unprovoked and devastating invasion of Ukraine. We have been reminded that we can't just focus on one part of the world.
In a House Armed Services Committee, members and military leaders say what is happening in Ukraine can impact almost every part of the world, and they're turning their attention to the Indo-Pacific region, where our local congressional members have warned for weeks countries like China and North Korea are watching how the world responds to Russia's aggression.
The region faces mounting security challenges, particularly from the People's Republic of China, the PRC, which has adopted a more coercive and assertive approach to advancing its authoritarian interests. North Korea's weapons of mass destruction and ballistic missile programs also constitute a serious threat to the United States and our allies and partners.
They say now is the time to build up our allies in the region.
It has become clear that President Xi in China intends something more combative than that. They are trying to push us out and advance an authoritarian way of looking at the world that has very little respect for human rights or anything other than the blunt force of what they want economically. We need to compete against that. We need to convince the world to go in a different direction.
With the Ukraine invasion in mind, military leaders look at the China-Taiwan situation, worried that China could ramp up their aggressions towards Taiwan. But they say China should take note of the international response from the Ukraine invasion.
The international condemnation and the unwillingness to accept it. And third, the drastic economic impacts to the people. Those are the right lessons should this switch over to the Indo-Pacific region.
Members say this Ukraine crisis could also have a global economic impact, which could hurt some of those Southeast Asia countries that receive a lot of wheat from Ukraine. And with this war going on, they might have issues with food security, which could lead to some instability in that area. Back to you.